I work at Bondi Beach in Sydney, managing the surf school kiosk. Last summer, an American woman approached wearing a full wetsuit, boots, gloves, and a hood. It was 34 degrees Celsius. She asked what time the sharks got released. I blinked. She repeated the question slower, like I hadn't understood. What time do they release the sharks? I said we don't release sharks. They live in the ocean. She looked confused. So they're just out there? All day? I confirmed yes, sharks live in the ocean naturally. She stared at the water, horrified. That's so dangerous. In Florida, they have schedules. I explained that's not how oceans work. She demanded to speak to whoever managed the wildlife. I told her that would be nature. She left a complaint at the council office demanding proper shark supervision. The council called me laughing. They'd received a formal request for hourly shark notifications via text message. An American dad asked if the lifeguards accepted tip. I said no, they're paid professionals. He insisted, pulled out a $50 note, walked to the lifeguard tower. The lifeguard politely declined. The dad raised it to $100. Mate, I can't take your money. The American said, this is for saving my kids if they drown. The lifeguard explained that's literally his job, no payment needed. The dad looked suspicious. So how do I ensure premium rescue service? The lifeguard said everyone gets rescued equally. The dad walked away muttering about socialism. Another visitor asked where the beach's Wi-Fi password was posted. I said there's no Wi-Fi on the beach. He genuinely asked, how do people use their phones? Welcome to Australia, where Americans discover nature doesn't have customer service. Last December, an American couple arrived with a massive inflatable swan. The thing was 2 meters tall, bright pink, had a drink holder. They dragged it toward the water. A lifeguard intercepted them. Can't take that out there, mate. The husband protested. It's a swimming device. The lifeguard explained that inflatable toys aren't allowed because rips and currents can drag them out to sea. The wife said, we bought it specifically for ocean use. It says pool and beach on the box. The lifeguard repeated that our beach bans inflatables for safety. The husband asked if they could sign a waiver. We accept full responsibility. The lifeguard said no waivers exist for ignoring beach rules. The husband pulled out his phone, showed Amazon reviews. See? 5 stars. People use it at beaches in California. The lifeguard replied, this isn't California. The wife suggested they just go to a different part of the beach where different lifeguards might be more flexible. The lifeguard radioed his colleagues. Within minutes, 4 lifeguards surrounded the swan. They deflated it on the spot. The couple filmed the entire thing, posting it online with captions about Australian authority problems. The video got ratioed by Australians explaining rip current. They deleted it. A family from Texas set up camp directly in front of the flags, the designated swimming area. Their setup was elaborate. Tent, cooler, portable grill, full sound system playing country music. A lifeguard asked them to move. The dad said, we got here early to claim this spot. The lifeguard explained the flagged area must stay clear for swimmer safety and emergency access. The dad argued, in Galveston, first come first served. The lifeguard said this beach has rules, the flags mark safe swimming zones, camps go outside that area. The mom protested they'd already set everything up. The lifeguard offered to help them move. The dad refused, said they'd paid for parking so they had rights to this space. The lifeguard clarified that parking fees don't grant squatting rights in safety zone. The dad demanded to see the written rules. The lifeguard pointed to the massive sign 15 meters away listing all regulations. The dad squinted at it. That sign's too far away to read. How are people supposed to know? The lifeguard suggested walking closer to read it. The family didn't move their camp. The lifeguard called for backup. 2 additional lifeguards arrived. They physically relocated the tent, cooler, and grill while the family protested. The dad threatened to call the American embassy. The lifeguard handed him his phone. "Go for it." He didn't call. An American woman jogged up to my kiosk, panicked. "There's no one watching my stuff." I asked what she meant. She'd left her bag, towel, and phone on the sand while swimming. She assumed someone official monitored belongings. I explained people watch their own things or take turns swimming. She was appalled. "That's so unsafe. Who's liable if something gets stolen?" I said she's responsible for her own belongings. She demanded to know what security measures the beach provided. I gestured vaguely at the volunteer surf club. She asked if they had insurance for theft. I said no, this is a public beach, not a resort. She wanted to file a formal complaint about inadequate bag supervision. I gave her the council's website. She marched off muttering about Australian liability laws. Her phone was still sitting exactly where she'd left it. Nothing had been stolen. A California couple asked what time our beach barbecue started. I was confused. They clarified, the complimentary beach barbecue. I said there's no complimentary barbecue. They insisted their hotel mentioned it. I explained that people bring their own barbecues or use the free public grills. They looked stunned. "We have to cook our own food?" I confirmed yes. The wife asked if we at least provided the equipment. I pointed at the public barbecue facilities, coin-operated. The husband asked who cleans them between uses. I said users clean them. He was disgusted. "That's a health code violation. We could get sick from someone else's germs." I suggested they bring cleaning supplies. The wife asked if we sold cleaning supplies. I said no, but there's a grocery store 10 minutes away. They demanded a refund for their parking because the beach didn't meet expectations. I explained I don't control parking fees or refund. They left terrible reviews online about bondies, false advertising, and lack of amenities. Several Australians commented explaining that beaches aren't restaurants. An American asked why we don't sell beer at the kiosk. I said alcohol is banned on NSW beaches. He laughed, thought I was joking. When I confirmed it's law, he was outraged. "This is a beach. People drink at beaches." I explained New South Wales has strict alcohol-free beach policies to prevent antisocial behavior. He argued that in America, beach drinking is fundamental to freedom. It's literally in the Constitution. I'm fairly certain it's not. He asked what people do for fun then. I suggested swimming, surfing, volleyball, enjoying nature. He said that's boring without beer. He wanted to know who to contact about changing the law. I said he could write to Parliament. He asked if Parliament accepted emails from non-citizens. I said probably not effectively. He walked to a nearby bottle shop, bought a six-pack, returned to the beach. Within 20 minutes, police arrived. They issued him a fine. He tried explaining he was American and didn't know. The officer pointed at the 7 signs along the beach entrance stating, "Alcohol-free zone." He paid the fine, left the beach, posted angry tweets about Nanny State Australia. An American family spread out lunch. Sandwiches, chips, fruit, cookies. Within seconds, seagulls swarmed. The mom screamed. Seagulls dive-bombed their picnic, stealing food mid-bite. The dad swung his hat at them. The kids cried. I watched this chaos unfold from my kiosk. A local family nearby calmly ate their lunch inside closed containers, completely unbothered. The American mom yelled, "Why isn't anyone helping?" I called over, "Put your food away." She shouted back, "We're eating it." I explained, "You eat quickly here or seagulls attack." She demanded I scare the birds away. I said seagulls don't scare easily and I'm not animal control. The dad tried intimidating a seagull by making himself bigger. The seagull stood its ground, stole his sandwich, flew away. The family abandoned their picnic, retreated to their car. The seagulls feasted. A local kid walked past and said, "First day?" The mom glared at him. My favorite incident happened on a scorching February afternoon. An American man, mid-50s, approached the surf school. He wore long khaki pants, a button-down shirt, dress shoes, and a baseball cap. He asked to rent a surfboard. I explained he'd need a wetsuit or board shorts at minimum. He said he'd surf in his current outfit. I suggested that's impractical and uncomfortable. He insisted he'd be fine. I warned him the pants would weigh him down when wet. He replied, "I'm from San Diego. I know surfing." I reluctantly rented him a board. He walked toward the water fully clothed. Multiple people stared. He paddled out. Immediately, a wave knocked him over. His pants ballooned with water. He struggled to stand on the board, weighed down by soaked khakis. Another wave hit. He went under. Lifeguards sprinted in. They pulled him back to shore, sputtering and humiliated. His dress shoes had filled with sand. His button-down clung to him transparently. I offered him a wet suit again. He declined, said he was done for the day. He returned the board, left soaking wet, squishing with every step. He never came back. Working at Bondi has taught me that cultural confidence often outweighs practical knowledge. Americans arrive expecting their home rules to apply universally, assuming Australian beaches operate like American ones. When reality contradicts expectations, confusion turns to indignation. The ocean doesn't care about your assumptions. Rips don't pause for tourists. Seagulls aren't customer service trained. Sharks don't check schedules. Australia's beach culture is rawer, less regulated by commercial convenience, more shaped by respect for nature's power. It's humbling for visitors accustomed to controlled environments. If you've survived your own international beach disasters or witnessed tourists confidently ignoring local advice, share your stories. Every country has its own unspoken rules. Every beach teaches humility eventually. Sometimes the best education comes from nature reminding you that you're not in charge.